कर Yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Kila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 27, verse number 25. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam 3:27-25. यथा है प्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस प्रस्वापो भवनर्तभृत् प्रस्वापो भवनर्तभृत् साइव प्रतिबुद्धस्य साइव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहय कल्पते न वै मोहाय कल्पते यथा है अप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रसव प्रसव प्रसवो भावनर्थ भ्रत साइव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते यथा है अप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो भवनर्तव्रत सैव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते. Synonyms: yata, as, he indeed, apratibuddhasya, of one who is sleeping, prasapa, the dream, bahu anartha vrat, bearing many inauspicious things, saha eva, that very dream, pratibuddhasya, of one who is awake, na, not, why, certainly, mohaya, for bewildering, kalpate, is capable. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation: in the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered, and one sees many inauspicious things. But when he is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder him. Purport: in the condition of dreaming, when one's consciousness is almost covered, one may see many unfavorable things which cause disturbance or anxiety. But upon waking up, although he remembers what happened in the dream, he is not disturbed. Similarly, the position of self-realization or understanding of one's real relationship with the Supreme Lord makes one completely satisfied. And the three modes of material nature, which are the cause of all disturbances, cannot affect him. In contaminated consciousness, one sees everything to be for his own enjoyment, but in pure consciousness or Krishna consciousness, he sees that everything exists for the enjoyment of the Supreme Enjoyer. That, that is the difference between the dream state and wakefulness. The state of contaminated consciousness is compared to dream consciousness, and Krishna consciousness is compared to awakened stage of life. Actually, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, the only absolute enjoyer is Krishna, one who can understand that Krishna is the proprietor of all the three worlds and that he is the friend of everyone, is peaceful and independent. As long as a conditioned soul does not have this knowledge, he wants to be the enjoyer of everything. He wants to become a humanitarian or philanthropist. and open hospitals and schools for his fellow human beings. This is all illusion, for one cannot benefit anyone by such material activities. If one wishes to benefit his fellow brothers, he must awaken his dormant Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious position is that of Prati Buddha, which means pure consciousness. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुकुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण। I seek blessings of all the devotees, who senior devotees and Vaishnavas who are very much exalted and elevated from me. I'm just here to serve the instruction and glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. Please excuse me if I spoke anything wrong. Hare Krishna. I speak anything wrong. So, in today's verse, after reading this purport, I could take out three essence from this purport. The first essence is that when we are in conditioned state, we are dreaming. And when we are in self-realization state or Krishna conscious state, we are widely awake. And the second essence was that we can we cannot be independent. Only we can be independent and peaceful when we understand that Krishna is the proprietor of all three worlds and he's friend of all. Only if we not just by knowledge, if we realize that Krishna is the proprietor of everything and he's friend of everyone, then only there is a possibility of us to become peaceful and independent. Independent by whom? Independent from Maya. We cannot be, we should never try to be independent. We should always try to be servant of a servant of a servant. But when we are in the influence of Maya, even though we think independent, we are always under the clutches of Maya. And puts Maya is always we have shackles on our body, and the control of that shackle is in the hands of Maya. It's like a dog who have the owner of the dog put leash on the dog's body, and he holds wherever dogs goes, So he owner have a control. Similarly, we have a leash on our body, and the control is by the three modes of material nature, namely Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. And those three leash is in the hands of Maya. So we are never independent. If we want to become independent of that, we should come to the understanding that we are not the controller. Krishna is only the controller. Krishna is the proprietor, and Krishna is friend of all. He's very merciful, even though for some he looks very cruel, but at any stage of at any point of life, at any stage, he's very merciful. And the third essence which I could take from this purport was preaching. First preach ourselves and then preach others. Humanitarian and philanthropist activities without Krishna consciousness is the cause of bondage and illusion. They are only they are only helping your body, which is temporary anyway. How long body will stay with you? Maybe for 120 years, maximum. And but now in Kali Yuga, depending on our lifestyle, eating habits, sleeping habits, and whatever we are doing, our body will not stay more than 70 to 80 years, because everything is contaminated in Kali Yuga. Air is contaminated, food we take is contaminated, water we drink is contaminated. Even though we use so many purifiers, so many minerals, so many things to, and so many things to purify artificially, still there is a contamination in today's nature and environment. So with that contamination, how long our body can support that contamination? Not more than 70-80 years. So that is the reason in present time, we see that everybody is getting so many diseases, even though they are at very young age. It's all because nothing is pure around us. Everything is contaminated. And that is the reason we are picking up so many diseases. Even though being vegetarian, even though eating Krishna Prasad, even though externally we are getting, our body might be getting a disease, but I'm talking about the body. So if we do humanitarian and philanthropist activities without Krishna consciousness, we are only doing it for a body. So body doesn't stay for long. So this is all illusion. So so the third essence was, instead of doing all these things, we can do all these things, but if we put Krishna in the center, we should if we awaken the dormant Krishna consciousness from in us, then we can do more to the society by preaching. And we see that uh, we have so many Bhakti Vedanta hospital, Bhakti Vedanta trust, Gurukul, and all. Still, everything is done by the devotees, but Krishna is in the center. So that is not illusion. Actually, to be on what is if we really analyze illusion, what is illusion? It is easy to say everything is illusion, but if we really analyze by going deeper into it, what is illusion? So illusion is, it's like something is happening to us, but we think it is not happening to us. For example, there is a famous quote from Yudhishthir Maharaj, that Yaksha asked Yudhishthir Maharaj, what is the surprising thing in this world? The surprising thing in this world, Yudhishthir Maharaj answer is, everybody see but they don't see. They see that everybody is dying, but everybody thinks that it will not happen to me. And it's like and also illusion is also when compared to body, when we have boil on our body, if we try to cure the boil artificially by externally by just blowing on the boil, that boil might go from that place, or by applying ointment to the boil, that boil might go from that place, but that boil will come again at another part of the body because blood is impure. So what is the real so the real cure is to cure the blood. Then we don't have to externally apply ointment and all, automatically boil will not come. So that is illusion. We think that externally applying ointment to the boil will cure all our problems, but actually that is just artificially curing our problem. Actually it is not at all curing our problem, because problem is, what is the root cause of problem? We have kappa. If everybody, if somebody who is in quality engineering and all, they know kappa what is kappa? Kappa is the root cause analysis. First, Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopijana Lavnita Patita Pawan Gaurari Jai. In the company, there are so many problems going on. When there is one project going on, in the project we have an external goal. What? Kappa means root cause analysis of a problem. Yeah, CAPA, cause, effect, process, and analysis, something like that. So that is depend, that comes by root cause analysis. So first we have to so if we don't we have a plan, we have a goal that our product should be for example, I was in biomedical engineering and my job was to design plates and screws. So in our, we have a design that our plate should be 180 degrees or 130 degrees or 360 degrees. And out, and once we get the design and we market it in the hospital, and once we market it in the hospital, the plate starts breaking. Then what was the what we have did everything, we got approval from FDA and everything, but when it went in the market, plate starts breaking. So externally the plate looked very strong, externally the plate looked very efficient working, but when it went on the patient, it broke, and that caused a very huge problem. So if we then for that we had to do root cause analysis, and in root cause analysis also there might there we come to an understanding that not only just one, there are hundreds of problems. So the problem might seem one externally, but when we do root cause analysis, the material will not be good, the material we used is cheap, the engineering calculation was not perfect, and then the patients on which we tried are the different patients on which we are putting it. So many root cause. So this is all illusion. We think that everything is good, but it is only a show off. So from today's purport, it is three essence to become when if we are in the conditioned state of life, we are always dreaming. Oh, even though for example, there is so many practical examples which we see. If we take something happened in the past 10 years ago, let's see, I was doing my I was studying in the school, and 10 years ago the most important thing for me in my life was to pass my 10th class or 12th grade or BTech. And now when I see that I was so much anxious, so much in anxiety, so much in pain, so much in suffering to just to pass that be whatever the course, whatever the education I am doing. But when now I see whatever whatever I was working and whatever I am doing now, it doesn't even matter whatever I studied in my in my past life. So I was like, it was like a dream. Here Prabhupada said that in the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered and one sees many inauspicious things. But when he is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder him. So now after 10 years, when I look back of my all those things which has happened in the past, which were giving me trouble, now those are of no use, because I know that those were those whatever things I was going through was actually just for that point of time. And when now I see, I don't get bewildered by looking at all those things. So similarly, when we are in conditioned state, our uh, our consciousness is covered by the dust of six impurities: lust, anger, greed, pride, ego, and envy. So when we are in conditioned state, our consciousness is covered by all this dust, and when some agitated situation comes in our life, we get bewildered. For example, actually everything is in conditioned state. Everything which comes is agitated situation only. Happiness is also agitation, caused by agitation, and suffering is also caused by agitation. But some agitations feel like, oh, that is causing some good feeling to me, so that's why I feel happy. But some agitations feel like, oh, this is causing suffering to me, that's why I feel suffering. Everything, when we are in conditioned state, happiness or distress, is all by agitation. Example, if we take gulab jamun. What is gulab jamun? When we eat gulab jamun, that eating of gulab jamun will agitate our tongue, so that our tongue will feel sweet feeling. And we think that, oh, this agitation is good for us. And if we eat a thorn, the thorn will agitate our tongue, and that will give us that agitation will give us pain, and we think that, oh, this agitation is bad for me. So actually, in conditioned state, everything which we do is agitation. Some agitations are good, some agitations are bad. So when our consciousness is covered by dust of the six impurities, somebody comes and start giving us left and right, we'll feel very depressed, we'll feel angry. But when we are in pure consciousness, when we know that Krishna is the doer, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the friend of everyone, we will be peaceful and will not be agitated. If in that consciousness, when we are self-realized state, when somebody comes and gives us left and right, we don't even care, we just ignore, and we are deeply absorbed in our sadhana. We are very deeply absorbed in in thinking about Krishna. We are very deeply absorbed in thinking about pastimes of Krishna. We are very much happy. We are enjoying taking the name of Krishna. We are relishing chanting. We are relishing devotional service. It's like, in the last week, I was speaking about that Avadut Brahmana and Arjuna example. They were very focused. Whatever is happening around them, they did not even care, because their ultimate goal, they know their goal, and they were fully focused on their goal. So they were not at all agitated by whatever things happening around them. So when we are in self-realized state, we are actually awakened state, and when we are in awakened state, we'll not get bewildered by whatever happening around us. Even though we remember, like as in this purport, Prabhupada is saying that when you are dreaming, you will feel agitated, you will feel bewildered, you will feel inauspiciousness happening. But when you are awake, even though you remember the dream, you will just think it as a bad dream, and you will, even though you remember the instances in the dream, you will not be bewildered. It's like an example, in a dream you are bitten by the snake, you will actually feel the pain, or you will start sweating that, oh, your life is in danger. But when you wake up, you will have a sigh of a relief, saying that, oh, it was just a dream, and all your anxiety will go away. Similarly, when we are in conditioned state, we we are in the illusion, and we are dreaming, uh, in the dreaming state. So whatever happens to us, we take it that it is happening to me. what me means here. We identify me with our body when we are in conditioned state, but when we are in self-realized state, we identify me with the soul. So our ultimate aim is to reach that state, and awaken the dormant Krishna conscious in ourselves. And how we can do that? In the previous verses, Lord Kapila said very elaborately, he discussed, and in the further verse also he will discuss that by hearing for long time, by you will get awakened. There are, as in nectar of devotion, it first instruction of, sorry, nectar of instructions, first instruction in that purport, Srila Prabhupada write about the four kind of people. The most intelligent person is the person who learns by hearing. So, and the least intelligent person is the one who doesn't even learn by going through experience. He still wants to do that again and again and again. And somewhere I was reading a purport by Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj. He was saying that for some people, it might take to come to Krishna consciousness, it would have taken millions of lifetime. They would have gone through so much enjoyment, so much suffering, so much enjoyment, so much suffering for millions of lifetime. Then at one point they have come to a realization by the mercy of Krishna and by the mercy of devotees. They must have met some devotees somehow or other. By the mercy of Krishna, they came to a realization that whatever they were doing in the past was wrong. So they have to take up to Krishna consciousness. Even after coming to that realization, it would have taken for them many lifetimes to become stable in the Krishna consciousness. So it only comes, and then he was saying that that state of self-realization will come by the mercy of Krishna, Guru, and devotees. That's it. He said, even though you will be doing, you should be constantly doing. You should never leave, never get depressed that, oh, I am doing for this many years, nothing is happening. It's better I leave and enjoy my life. That is also illusion. If you think that you are enjoying your life living Krishna consciousness, first of all, you came to know so many things when you are in Krishna consciousness. So when you go outside and try to enjoy, all those things which you learn in Krishna consciousness will come to your mind. For example, if a devotee has given his 30 years of life in Krishna consciousness, then he thinks, oh, nothing is happening, and he goes outside and want to enjoy. I'm just giving grossest example, like if he wants to enjoy by drinking alcohol, when he sees alcohol and when he wants to drink, that all those things which he learned come, that, oh, they come, and then he will remember all the verses in Bhagavad Gita and so many things, and then he will not even able to enjoy once he leaves Krishna consciousness. So if we think that, oh, nothing is happening, it's better I leave and enjoy my life, at least in that way I will be happy, that is illusion. You will never be happy. Whether you remember whatever you learned in Krishna consciousness, or whether you don't remember whatever you learned in Krishna consciousness, anyways, happiness outside Krishna consciousness is illusion, and that will the there is no real happiness, and that will give you, that is the cause of your suffering. Any happiness you want to enjoy outside Krishna consciousness will plant a seed in your heart and in your mind of suffering. And once you keep on doing that, once you keep on enjoying anything outside Krishna consciousness, the seed will grow in a plant. If you continuously doing, that plant will go into a tree. What is the tree? Tree of suffering. And that is why you might have enjoyed like very for example, very less whatever you enjoyed, it might be not much, but that tree and plant of suffering has grown so much that you will suffer a lot. For example, people who just go in very innocent people who don't know anything, they come in contact with bad association, people who are drinking and smoking, and they might think that, oh, that is cool, they are doing it very nicely, so and so many people are appreciating them, and they start doing. In the start they'll feel very bad. In after some time they will not even feel anything. After some time they'll get addicted, they cannot leave it. So that small seed has become plant, and it has become an addiction, and they cannot leave it now. They can give their life, but they cannot give alcohol. Those kind of uh, purports they'll give, that, oh, this is my life and soul, how can I leave you, like that. If the same devotion, if they show to Krishna, if that same devotion, if they can dovetail to Krishna, they might attain perfection very soon. But this, it is pulling them into darkness, illusion, and then the next life will be very in, might be in the hellish planet. But the same devotion, instead of alcohol, if they would have shown to Krishna that, oh, Krishna is my life and soul, Krishna, I can do anything for Krishna, I can die for Krishna, same devotion, instead of taking that alcohol, if they put Krishna, instead of going to hell, they would have attained perfection, and they would have gone back to Godhead, and they would have made their life successful. So it's very the difference is very if we analyze, anyways we are wasting time in enjoying something which is not even giving us any fruits. Even though fruits, that is illusion. So instead of wasting our time, anyways we are wasting, that is for sure. So instead of if we think practically, some people will think that coming to temple is waste of time, and doing that is a good thing. If they have proper knowledge, they will know that anyways they are wasting their time, so why not waste their time here. Maybe one day, maybe one day they will come in, like Jannivas Prabhu came this Sunday. Some people who are very new, they just came, they got blessings from Jannivas Prabhu without their knowledge. Without their knowledge, they don't know what good fortune was there in was there for them. Without their knowledge, they have attained something which they cannot attain in their in hundreds of millions of life. So if they would so here, whatever you do is not waste. Krishna always says, whatever little you do in Krishna consciousness will never go waste. With your knowledge, without your knowledge, will never go waste, and that will save you from so much anxiety, so much danger, so many difficulties, and so much danger. And then once you are convinced that this is only thing which will help you to come out of all the suffering, to come out of this shackles of material world, then you will, when you are convinced, you will never stay quiet. When you see someone, since you are convinced, you will automatically speak about it. And once you speak about it, Krishna will give you empowerment to help yourself and to help others by your by by your preaching. So this is the essence of anybody's life. How to become self-realized. To become self-realized, this is not my realization. I just read and heard, and I am just repeating it. To become self-realized, you have to first be you have to stay in association. In the association, you will get that conviction that yes, this is the only thing in your life, there is nothing else to do. Once you get that conviction, you want to share your conviction with whoever you see, and when you start sharing, that is called preaching. Whoever you look, you will speak about Krishna. Whoever you meet, you want to discuss about Krishna. And in that way we do book distribution, and we take the books and we speak about Krishna. Or if we don't have books, if somebody comes to temple, we just don't ignore them. Oh, like, oh, he came to take darshan, and he will just go, and I do whatever I want to do. you will automatically go approach that person and speak something about Krishna. That will come naturally. So and in that way, slowly, you will get mercy of Krishna. You will get mercy of devotees. You might also, and those people whom you spoke, their life might change, and they will also become grateful to you, and they will become grateful to Krishna. In that way, you will get mercy of Krishna, and in that way, you will be you will be on the path of realizing, and not by just theory, actually realizing vijnana, we say, actually having that realization that you you are not this body, you are the spirit soul, and you are because you are spirit soul, you are part and parcel of Krishna. Because you are part and parcel of Krishna, you are you have to engage yourself in the service of Krishna. Your only duty is to engage in the service of Krishna. Whatever else you are doing is because you are in the conditioned life, you are illusioned, you are bound by the shackles of Maya, by the like threads of the three modes. You are doing under the three modes, but actually you have to come out of it, and you have to be Krishna consciousness. In this 15, since this is Purushottam Mas, we were reading 15th chapter. In the first three verses of 15th chapter, Krishna clearly says that this this world, material world, uh, has a uh, has a banyan tree which is perverted reflection from the spiritual world, and that banyan tree is a tree of material enjoyment and fruitive activities, and we are entangled in that banyan tree so much that what we jump from one leaf to another leaf, one branch to another branch in the name of fruitive activities. We never even think of coming out of it. But how to come out of it? By the weapon of detachment. How that weapon of detachment come? Not by our own speculation. It will only come when we are reading books, we are hearing from great devotees, we are associating devotees, and we are serving devotees. Then only that weapon of detachment comes to us. And when that comes, we will able to come out of this banyan tree. Otherwise, even in nobody have the power to come out of this banyan tree. And because everybody are controlled by the three modes, and the chain of the three modes is in the hands of Maya. So this is what I could speak and I could understand from this purport today. Whatever I spoke, I have heard from devotees and spoke. I hope I can follow whatever I heard and I am speaking. If I have spoken anything wrong, please forgive me. And if you have any comments, please comment. Anyone have any questions online? If nobody have any questions, then I would like to end the class.
Sorry, I
Yes.
just want to thank you and share that your sincerity is very
No.
inspiring, and thank you so much for being what you are. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Because you are sincere, Prabhuji, you are able to see everybody sincere. So I have to learn from all of you. Thank you so much for the help. So we'll end this class. Vancha kalpataruvishi kripa sindhu bhaya vacha patitana pavane bhya vaishnava namo namo. Anant koti vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.